The Book of Mirdad, Chapter 15. Shamadam makes an effort to put Mirdad out of the ark. The Master speaks of insulting and being insulted, and of containing the world in holy understanding. Naranda says, Hardly had the Master finished when the senior's bulky frame appeared at the entrance of the eyrie, and seemed to shut out the air and light. And it flashed through my mind for the instant that the figure at the entrance was no other than one of two archdemons of whom the Master had just told us. The senior's eyes struck fire, and his beard bristled as he advanced towards the Master and grabbed him by the arm, attempting evidently to drag him out. Shamadam speaks. I have just heard the awful vomitings of your vile mind. Your mouth is a spout of poison. Your presence is an omen of ill. As senior of this ark, I bid you out this very instant. Naranda narrates, The Master, though slight of structure, held his ground with perfect ease as if he were a giant and Shamadam but a babe. His equanimity was astounding as he looked at Shamadam and said, Mirdad speaks. He only has the power to bid out who has the power to bid in. Did you, Shamadam, bid me in? Shamadam speaks. It was your wretchedness that moved my heart with pity, and I allowed you in. Mirdad says, It is my love, Shamadam, that was moved by your wretchedness, and lo, I'm here, and with me is my love, but you, alas, are neither here nor there. Your shadow only flits hither and yon, and I am come to gather up all shadows and burn them in the sun. Shamadam speaks. I was the senior of this ark long before your breath began to pollute the air. How does your vile tongue say I am not here? Mirdad speaks. Before these mountains where I was, and I shall be long after they have crumbled into dust. I am the ark, the altar, and the fire. Save you be sheltered in me. You shall remain a prey to the storm, and save you immolate yourselves before me. You shall not know immunity from the ever-sharpened knives of death's innumerable butchers. And save my tender fire consume you. You shall be fuel to the cruel fire of hell. Shamadam speaks. Did you all hear? Did you not hear? With me, companions, let us cast this blaspheming impostor into the pit below. Naranda narrates. Again, Shamadam dashed towards the Master and grabbed him by the arm, wishing to drag him out. But the Master neither flinched nor budged, nor did any companion make the slightest move. After a trying pause, Shamadam's head fell to his chest, and he slunk out of the eyrie, mumbling as to himself, I am the senior of this ark. I shall assert my God-given authority. The Master mused for long and would not speak, but Zamora could not hold his peace. Zamora speaks. Shamadam has insulted our Master. What would you, Master, that we do with him? Command us, and we shall strike. Mirdad speaks. Pray for Shamadam, my companions. That is all I would have you do with him. Pray that his eyes may be unveiled, and his shadow lifted. As easy it is to attract the good as to attract the evil. As easy to be tuned to love as to be tuned to hate. Out of the boundless space, out of the vastness of your hearts, draw blessings on the world. For everything that is a blessing to the world is to you a blessing. Pray for the good of all creatures, for every good of every creature is your good as well. Likewise, the ill of every creature is your ill as well. Are you not all as moving rungs in the infinite ladder of being? Those who would mount to holy freedom's sphere must mount perforce upon the other's shoulders, and they in turn must make their shoulders rungs for others to mount upon. What is Shamadam but a rung in the ladder of your being? Would you not have your ladder strong and safe? Attend, then, to every rung and keep it safe and strong. What is Shamadam but a stone in the foundation of your life? And what are you but stones in his and every creature's edifice of life? See that Shamadam be a faultless stone if you would have your edifice entirely free of fault. Be faultless yourselves, that those into whose lives you may be built may have their edifice without a fault. Think you are equipped with no more than 2 eyes? I say to you that every seeing eye, whether on earth, above it, or below it, is an extension of your eye. To the extent your neighbor's sight is clear, to the extent your sight is also clear. To the extent your neighbor's sight is dimmed, to that extent your sight is also dimmed. In every blind man you are deprived of a pair of eyes that otherwise would reinforce your eyes. Preserve your neighbor's sight, that you may see the clearer. Preserve your own, that your neighbor may not stumble and block, perhaps, your very door. Zamora thinks Shamadam has insulted me. How can Shamadam's ignorance ruffle my understanding? A muddy brook can easily muddy another brook, but can a muddy brook muddy the sea? The sea shall gladly take the mud and spread it in its bed, and give the brook clear water in return. You can defile or sterilize a square foot of earth, perhaps a mile. Who can defile or sterilize the earth? The earth accepts all men's and beasts' impurities and gives them in return sweet fruits and fragrant flowers, and grains and grasses in abundance. A sword can surely wound the flesh, but can it wound the air, however keen of edge and strong the arm behind it? It is the pride of mean and narrow self, begot of blind and lustful ignorance, that can insult and be insulted, and would avenge the insult with an insult, and wash away the filth with filth. The pride-ridden and self-intoxicated world shall heap up injuries upon your heads. It shall unleash on you the bloodthirsty hounds of its tattered laws, its putrid creeds and moldy honors. It shall proclaim you enemies of order and agents of chaos and doom. It shall bestrew your roads and snares, and shall bedeck your beds with nettles. It shall sow curses in your ears, and spit contempt upon your faces. Let not your hearts be faint, but like the sea be broad and deep, and give a blessing unto him that gives you but a curse. And like the earth be generous and calm, and turn impurities of men's hearts into pure health and beauty. And like the air be free and supple. The sword that would wound you would finally tarnish and rust. The arm that would harm you would finally weary and halt. The world, not knowing you, cannot contain you. Therefore shall it receive you with a snarl. But you, knowing the world, can contain it. Therefore must you allay its wrath with kindliness, and drown its calumny in loving understanding. And understanding shall carry the day. So taught I Noah, so I teach you. Naranda narrates, Thereupon the 7 dispersed in silence, for we had come to know that every time the master concluded with these words, So taught I Noah, it was a signal that he wished to speak no more.